All right, hello and welcome back. This is our special edition of the Ode Chronicles. I am Libby Reitman again, your moderator, and we are with Christina Bray again. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us again. So this is a little different this time. We are doing our 15 minutes of Ode fame. We're getting to know our runners for this year's 2021 race in July. And you drew the short straw and you're stuck with me interviewing you. So instead of meeting someone new, you're stuck with old me. But yeah, so this is our chance to get to know each other, get to know the competition. So we'll get right into it. All right. I'm setting my timer now. You got 15 minutes of fame.
Yay.
So are you going into this July's race with a specific lap goal or mileage goal in mind?
Oh, I mean, I think you'd be silly to say you weren't there to win.
Okay. Yeah.
especially if you've done a backyard style before, I think. Because if you give yourself a distance, I mean, I have a number in my head. I definitely want to get 100. I definitely would love to be top 10, top 5, last man standing. Those are my goals.
Yeah.
But anything can happen in the backyard. So,
right.
And I've had, just in any kind of ultra, you just have to plan for the unexpected, which you can't really do.
Right. I was just going to say, what are you planning for? How are you planning for that?
Because something always comes up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, did you race with us in the Ode Tonight this year?
Yes.
That's what I thought. And how far did you go? Did you get the whole 8 hours? Or 12 hours?
12, yeah. Yeah, I was the last female. So
oh,
so
excellent. Congratulations. How did I not know that?
Ooh. Now you know. Yeah. So yeah, I had a great run at Ode to the Night. So I'm feeling good going into July. That it just builds your confidence. The night is really hard for me.
Okay.
I think it is for everybody, but the night has just really been something that gets me every single time. And last July, I think I made it 4 hours into the night, so 16 laps. And I really, Ode to the Night just really gave me a confidence boost.
Okay.
For sure. I never really fell apart. I had some nutrition stuff, but it was easily fixable. Stomach issues, those kind of things. But
okay.
I was able to pull it back together, which doesn't always happen. So yeah.
What happened with you last year for your night loops that you say it kind of fell apart?
Well, the switching, trying to get down to the nighttime location, that messed me up. I think just mentally I wasn't prepared for that. And I was dealing with some cramping issues at the same time when you're trying to switch everything. You don't know where any of your stuff is, I mean, it's there, but you don't really know where it is because someone's moved it for you. And I think I just lost a lot of mental, I guess, toughness that that you have throughout the day.
Yeah.
And you're coming in and you can't see, it's dark, and I just fell apart.
Okay.
And you're tired. You're really tired by that point too.
Yeah. You gotta have stuff that you don't even need to think about. It's just all gotta be right there. So so this year, so for everyone who's listening, last year the race went on for COVID, but we had specific rules. And, one of those rules was that we had to have different starting points to minimize crowding at one start finish line. So, and then there was a movement during the night loops to a different location for your start. So people kind of had to travel and get to that other location. This year, I don't believe that is happening. So we do have different start locations, but I don't think we are incorporating that travel component into it.
That's my understanding. So yeah.
So your start stop location will be the same throughout
Yeah.
the race this year. So hopefully that takes away some of that
Yeah.
anxiety and everything.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, this is a plus kind of doing it again also though is you really need to look at 4 miles at a time, one lap at a time, not the big picture.
Yeah.
Until much later.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was doing too, is I was getting into the night and doing the what ifs this happened, what if it happens, and instead of just focusing on getting 4 more miles in. And because that's what I did at Ode to the Night, and it really helped a lot.
Oh, good. Okay. Awesome. So we've got a strategy that's been tested, and you're going to go with that 4 miles at a time, right?
That's my plan.
What do you think your greatest challenge is going to be to overcome this year?
One of my strengths is I have laser sharp focus when I'm focused on stuff, but if I lose it, that's going to be my problem. And staying positive in the moment. I get really frustrated sometimes when I know I can do something and it's not happening the way I think it should happen or have trained for, I mean, we all kind of do that, but I've really been working on that a lot.
Are you going to have a crew with you this year?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've got a bigger tent. My boyfriend's really put together a top-notch tent and supplies and everything for me. Has really picked Andrew, Sarah's husband's brain. They're I'm not really into the whole tech thing. Like, it's awesome to have that stuff, and I probably need that stuff, but I just want to come show up and run. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to work. I know I need soup, at certain miles and stuff, but I need to have it there waiting for me.
Yeah.
And then
let somebody else worry about that and spoon feed it to you, right?
Right.
So, other than the night loops, have there been any other strategy adjustments that you've made in doing that night run? You run at Holly Rec all the time, right? That's like your backyard, really, truly backyard. So, have between last year's race and this year's race, is there anything standing out to you strategy wise that you've changed up at all?
I really try to slow down.
Okay.
You don't need a lot of downtime in the backyard. I mean, you do get caught up in, trying to run it fast, or you can run it fast.
Yeah.
And it will really bite you in the butt later on. It really will. And we're talking minutes. I mean, just walk a hill. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
You're going to have plenty of time. I had a couple laps in the Ode to the Night that I had 20 minutes to spare. Like, I didn't even know what to do with myself. Like, I was running way too fast, because I know it. And, so sometimes that kind of confidence can bite you in the butt. So I'm really been working on pulling back the pace and walking when it feels natural to walk, instead of like a timed kind of thing that a lot of people do. And, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of my strategy, I guess.
Does, in the same aspect though, I'm just thinking personally for myself, slowing it down a little bit, do you start to get anxious about not having enough time to eat, or enough? I mean, I could see where, like, if you're really cooped out, and you're thinking, I don't have enough time to go to the bathroom, or does that start to play around in your head at all, or?
Yes. Yeah. I stopped to, run at Ode to the Night. I stopped to run with some friends and with Brian, my boyfriend. And on the out, I found when I got to the turnaround, I was anxious to get back because I thought that I wasn't going to have enough time, and I still had plenty of time, but you do start to get anxious that it's not going to be enough. And I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why that is. I don't know.
I have the same feeling. So yeah,
for sure.
And even though you have your watch telling you, like, I got enough time, it just never feels like enough time. So,
No,
yeah.
I know. And you don't want to be the last one in. I mean, not that it really matters, but you just, for some reason in your head, you just don't want to be the last one in, or continually being the last one in. I think that messes with your head a little bit, even though it doesn't matter. Everybody's starting on the hour the same,
right.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. The backyard is definitely a physical challenge, but also as much of a mental challenge too. So, yeah. If you had to give somebody new to our event specifically a piece of advice other than slowing it down, what would that be?
Stay in a good headspace, whether that's, I mean, it's staying positive, obviously, but whether you need, I saw some people had like posted different mantras on their tent walls. I've seen that recently. I would say stay positive, and also stay on top of your nutrition. And even if it's not what you envisioned, you're gonna eat, or is trying to stick to some kind of plan of whatever, but you have to put the calories in. You just have to, even if it's Oreos. I started taking Oreos at some point in time, and I would take 2 Oreos and I would put 2 in my pocket. And that just worked for me. And so I would eat 2, and then I would eat 2 sometime during the run, and it worked for me, And so I think you sometimes think, oh, it's just 4 miles. You're going to be okay. And it's just not true. You could really lose it, in that 4 miles.
Right. Yeah. It's funny. You say taking Oreos like taking medicine. like it's a nutritional supplement.
I very rarely eat Oreos, so I feel like, okay.
Right. If ever you can eat an Oreo, it's during a backyard, right? I think you're allowed. So how many socks are you going to be bringing to this event? If you plan on going 100+ miles, how many changes of socks are you going to do?
Okay. I don't ever wear socks.
What?
So maybe 1 pair.
Oh my God. Okay. What are you wearing? Like those toe shoes or something?
No, I wear Ultras.
With no socks?
With no socks. Yeah.
Have you gotten blisters?
No, it just works for me. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I think, I buy my shoes at Complete Runner, and I've been doing that. I've been wearing no socks for years. I mean, in the winter, sometimes I'll wear like long socks.
Okay.
Like compression socks.
Okay.
But that's just to make sure my feet don't freeze to death.
Okay.
But, it's just, I don't know. It's just been kind of my thing, and it doesn't bother me. I don't ever.
So I thought that was just a totally random question, but now I'm going to start asking everyone that question. Are you wearing socks, and how many? Yeah. All right. Your feet must just be like shoe leather. And so if you had to pick, let's see how we're doing on time. Oh, we got 2 minutes. If you had to pick one Ode family member, I know you know quite a few people now because you've done this couple of our events, if you had to pick that one family member in our Ode family to outlap, who would it be and why?
Wow.
Yeah, be careful.
I know. Well, I mean, of course you're going to say Sarah, right?
That would probably be my choice.
But she's so sweet. So you know what I mean? And she works hard. So that's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's really hard. There's some guys from Ohio. I don't know all their names, but they call them the guys from Ohio.
Yeah. The Ohio boys.
Longer beards. Yeah. They're fantastic runners,
Yeah.
So maybe them.
Right. You'd feel accomplished if you could outlap them, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. They heard that.
I know.
probably I say the best for last, the most important for last is Die Hard, a Christmas movie.
No.
Oh God, that breaks my heart. All right. Oh, well, on that note, we're done with this. we have met our 15 minutes of fame. Before my alarm goes off, I'm going to shut it off. Okay. And I appreciate you taking the time to have a very serious chat about the Ode to Laz July race that's coming up. And I can't wait to see you there. So
it's gonna be so much fun.
We'll get a couple laps in together, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
All right. Take care, Christina. Happy training.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye.